And so it starts, fellow Americans, day one of the administration and the party that has no use for conservatives like myself and you. You know, this incoming president offered a disingenuous desire for unity, which is very, very, very far from the truth. We are in the middle of losing, not the middle, but we're at the beginning of losing our right to free speech. And now, even there's threats to our freedom of the press because of the left's cancel culture. If we disagree, they're going to use everything in their disposal to silence our voices, to destroy our businesses, to discredit us within our communities and on social media. We are horrible people, and as far as they're concerned, the war is in full swing here. To give you an example, there was an article on NPR about Joe Biden's appointment of what they called a transgender woman to a position within his administration. And I made a comment on Facebook that said nothing to discredit or shame or criticize this person. I just said, you know, NPR, if you're going to be in the business of reporting news, you should report it accurately and factually. There is no such thing as a transgender person. Medical science and science in general dismisses the notion, or whatever you want to call it, that the gender or sex of a human being can be changed, because it cannot be changed. You know, that person is no more a woman than they are a ham sandwich. Now, that doesn't mean that they couldn't do the job or weren't qualified for the job or whatever. It doesn't mean they're a bad person. I had nothing negative to say from that aspect. I just insisted on the facts. And to respond to that, Facebook told me I'd violated community standards and closed my account out temporarily. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Facebook, you use these independent fact checkers to go after opposing voices and say what we're posting is not factual. But then when I do post something that is 100% factual, it doesn't meet their community standards. So what is it, Facebook? You want the facts? Or do they have to be, do the facts become offensive when they don't agree with your agenda? Which is it? A fact isn't negotiable. It's a fact. And then we have a lot of people said, okay, we're going to leave Facebook. We're going to go to this Parler. And so it just infuriated the left that we were going to have a place of our own where our voices wouldn't be silenced, where we wouldn't be have our accounts suspended because of our opinions. And that enraged them so much that they used corporate might, like Google, Apple Corporation, and Amazon, for three prime examples, to use their corporate might to close down Parler. Now, if that isn't a big blow to freedom of the press, what is? What is? Then you got the guy from the CEO, the guy that started up the company MyPillow, right? Big time Trump supporter. So next thing out of the box, here you got Kohl's, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Wayfair drop his product. So if you have an opinion that doesn't align with their opinion, then we're going to do whatever we can do to hurt your business because of your opinion. How do you like that for freedom of speech? Can you imagine designing a product, making prototypes, testing, making a huge investment of time and money, struggling to get FaceTime with people at companies that will carry your product, and then along comes a bigger company or a gathering of bigger companies, and they say, hey, this guy, he's saying things I don't like. You know, not offensive things, not morally corrupt or bad things. He just expressed his opinion, and for that, they try to destroy him. Freedom of speech, huh? I don't think we're going to see freedom of speech in Joe Biden's America, and I don't think we're going to see freedom of the press. And that's really sad for a person like myself, 65 years old, lived my whole life in an America where I might have an unpopular opinion, but I could express it without retaliation. But, you know, the way I've come to look at it, as soon as Facebook ends their suspension of my account, I'm going to go in there and suspend it permanently myself. You know, staying on a social media platform that attacks you for your opinion is like going back time after time to the lover that beats you. I mean, it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. If they hate my opinion so much that they're not going to allow me to express it on their social media platform, hey, I'm out of there. Bye. You know, it's same thing with Amazon, and it's sad that I'm not going to have enough company in this to actually make an impact. But I was buying the majority of my purchases, you know, outside of groceries and gasoline from Amazon. I closed that account, and I'm not going back. I'm not. I will pay more, and I will pay the shipping on the stuff that I will continue to buy. And that's not going to change. They've poisoned their own well. I'm not drinking from it anymore. So, you know, that's a done deal. Apple, I don't have to worry about Apple Corporation because they've been Nazis from day one. I would never, have never, and will never own an Apple Corporation product. That's just the way it is. So nothing changes there. And then you got Google. My God, just try to rid your life of Google. It's nearly impossible. But you know what I'm finding? When I want an app, I don't go to the Google Play Store, and I won't get it from the Google Play Store. I'll either get it directly from the developer's website, and if they redirect me to the to Google Play Store, I'm finished. And the other good resource is CNET, downloads at CNET, and I can download apps there and bypass Google. But I certainly don't have any Google's devices in my home monitoring me. I don't have any of those other accounts that hate us conservatives so bad either, like Instagram or what have you. Not going to do it. Twitter, I checked out of there 2 years ago because I didn't check out. They checked me out. They deleted my account permanently because I said something critical of the news anchor Don Lemon. Oh my God, like I had went over and peed on the Pope's Bible or something. I mean, forget it. Twitter, I don't want to be on Twitter. I'm not going to be on Twitter. So, like I said, it's sad that I don't have enough people to join me with a great deal of resolve that are willing to make sacrifices in their way of life and make changes in their way of life to stand their ground and take a stand against people that are going to silence us through their assault on freedom of speech and freedom of the press. They are going to serve us up a big mug of STFU, and if you drink it, that's your business. But it ain't happening here, people. And with that, let's try to make it through these 4 years and beyond. It is going to be a downhill slide, I promise you. Take care, brothers and sisters. God loves you. Bye-bye.